welcome back. Yo, Bro Nation. Apologies. Apologies that it's so late that this is coming out. I planned for this to be way earlier in the day. But you know, life happens. You get busy. Stuff like that. But this is my review of Halloween Kills, which just came out on Friday. I've heard quite a bit mixed reviews from a lot of people. This seems to be a very split down the middle type movie for a lot of people. So that only leaves one question. What did I think? And well, honestly, I really did enjoy this movie. I did. I definitely think it was not perfect. I definitely feel like they could have done some stuff different. A few things, just a couple minor things here or there. But yes, this is for Halloween Kills, which came out, this year, 2021. Of course, it stars Jamie Lee Curtis once again as Laurie Strode. It stars Andy, how do I spell this? Matichak. Once again as Allison. Judy Greer returning as Karen. Dylan Arnold once again as Cameron. Anthony Michael Hall is in this movie, playing older Tommy Doyle. That's pretty cool. Kyle Richards as Lindsay Wallace. Nancy Stevens returns as Nurse Marion. And lots of things here. Nick Castle plays Michael Myers. James Jude Courtney plays Michael Myers. Also, Sheriff Lee Brackett is in this movie. Charles Cyphers, he's back in this movie. Big cast, a lot of movie, a lot of people. So yeah, you get a lot of returning faces in this movie. Michael McDonald is in this movie as Little John. I'll get to it. I love Little John. The whole cast from the first one, minus the people who died, obviously, they're back in this movie. It's awesome. It's a great cast, man. I love it. But Sheriff Hawkins, he's still in this movie. Small spoiler. It's the only spoiler I'm going to get. So yes, just so you guys know, no spoilers. I promise, no spoilers. Let me get to my notes here. All right, so I'm not going to give you guys like a complete full breakdown. I've took some notes on things that I liked, things that I didn't like. And I'll expound upon those. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. I'm not going to make this a super long video. But I really, really did like this movie. From the opening scene, was like, okay, I'm in this. Now, this is not a spoiler. Everyone already knows they were doing a flashback in this. And honestly, the flashback was awesome. That's one thing I think I've heard mostly across the board is everyone liked the flashback, and I have to agree. It felt like it was in the 1970s. It looked like it was the 70s. The way they shot it, the grain of it looked like it was in the 70s. I thought that was brilliantly done. The guy who played Dr. Loomis, it was not CGI, it was makeup effects. I thought that was really great. And you just get more background. You get more background with Hawkins. You get more about what was going on with Michael. Like, they're starting to set certain things up that will play into it later. Maybe I'm not so into some of it, but it is what it is. There are things that they have set up for the third movie that I'm like, and it has to really do with Michael. So I'll get that out of the way. Some of the reasoning Michael's doing what Michael is doing, not really, not a fan. But that's okay. It's okay. The opening score was fantastic. I liked the way they did it. The change with like the background singers doing the like it was. I'm downloading it. I'm downloading the new score. I think it was great. The stuff with the pumpkins, not so much. Not so much with the pumpkins themselves. That was okay. It's not the best pumpkin opening scene, opening credit with the pumpkins. Not the best, but I thought it was okay for what it was. Susie seemed to enjoy it. Susie fell asleep. That's why Susie's not doing the review with me. Susie fell asleep, which is okay. We'll rewatch the movie tomorrow, and I'm sure she'll love it. So if she wants to come on here and talk about it, I'll let her come on here and talk about it. I'm completely cool with it. And if she comes back on here with me, I'm doing spoilers. Complete spoilers if she comes back with me. So, because I'll just let her run wild. You learn very quickly that Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, Lonnie even, because during the flashbacks, actually, you see that Lonnie has a chance encounter with Michael after the cops like, hey, go home. Like, you've seen Lonnie get bullied even in these flashbacks. So that was like, oh, okay, I wasn't actually expecting that. That's okay. Again, man, those flashbacks are so freaking awesome. I feel like I could talk more about that. I do think the guy who did Dr. Loomis was really good. And they do more with the flashbacks later in the movie, just little bits. I like that they didn't stick to it too long. It was great. Anyways, yeah. Tommy, Lindsay, even Nurse Marion are all like friends and hanging out, and they're friends with Lori, and every year they go to this bar and they do whatever it is that they do. And it's like, okay, I guess so. That's fine, I suppose. But you see that they really can't handle their shit. They have issues. Which goes into the firefighter scene, which they show bits of it. They show bits of it in the credits, and my God, it is so violent. It is so violent. Like, wow. And I was going to talk about this in a couple more minutes, but Michael in this movie is super violent. Like, this is, I thought the last Halloween Michael looked bad. No. Michael is fucking terrible. He kills a kid, like off camera, but he is just brutal. He's brutal in this movie. Easily. You get some emotional stuff in this movie. There's a few emotional scenes. There's an emotional scene with, and I'm sorry, I already spoiled it, but whatever. It's not a big plot point, really. Well, it kind of is, but I won't tell you what that is. But seeing, Hawkins alive, and him and Lori are talking, they have an emotional moment. Karen and Allison, you see them dealing, not only with the fact that Lori's are hurt and we had to go to surgery, but then you still see them grieving over Ray, her husband, right? Allison's dad. You get a couple really good emotional moments in this movie. It's not all kill. That's the majority of the movie. Like, I swear to you, every couple of minutes, Michael's freaking killing somebody, right? Like I said, Michael's brutal. There's quite a few callbacks. There's ones with the silver shamrock masks, which I actually took note of them bringing that in. So it's like a callback to that, but it's like everyone who wears the mask is dead. It's like, oh yeah, we're just going to kill that out of this whole thing. Don't expect no silver shamrock, all right? So I like how they were with Cameron in this movie. I was not a fan of Cameron in the last movie. I like the way he's used in this. It's sparingly. It's not a lot, but he kind of, to me, redeemed himself a little bit in this movie. He was much more, okay, like right out of the way, he's like, I'm sorry, but we got some shit to take care of. So I like that. The best part about this movie is Big John and Little John. I freaking loved it. Those two were the best part of the whole movie to me, and I liked when they were in it. They lived in the Myers house. It was great. The way they fuck with the little kids when the kids are coming and they pull a prank on them to get the candy. Like, bravo, guys. I advocate that. Big John looking at the little kid when he's telling him about the Myers house. He says, do you know what house this is? This is Michael Myers' house. You know who that is? He killed his sister up there in that bedroom. He stabbed her in the tits. It's like, okay. Yeah, exactly. That's what he did. Oh, yeah. I mean, and then like, run, and the kids run. It's great. But that's one of the funny examples of what was said. But some of the dialogue in this, like there's a part where Allison's talking. She's gonna go with this mob and do stuff with this mob. And just the dialogue's not there. And there's a couple different parts in this when you're watching it. It's like the dialogue's not exactly great. Right? It's not the best dialogue of the franchise. But I forgive it because honestly, like, I think overall the rest of it kind of countered it. That's probably my biggest gripe. Like I said, there's the emotional moments. The whole thing with the mob, you see it, the whole town is out to get Michael. And I don't want to give away what happens. But what I can tell you, this whole mob mentality, it really speaks to how things can really go. How one person can just make everything blow the fuck up. And people will do some really bad shit. And they do some really fucked up shit in a very short period of time in this movie. And I don't know. I don't know what it will set up for the next one. I'm curious to see what they're going to do. But yeah, they really were fucking bad. And, is Sheriff Brackett even at one point's like, Michael has made us the monsters. And Tommy Doyle's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But at this point, what the fuck are you going to do, Tommy? Like, Tommy's, whew, he's not all there. Tommy Doyle is not all there. He's really not. I like the way they set up Allison. By the end of this movie, like, Allison's like, look, I know we've hid from this. Grandma has set herself up this whole time. I'm not fucking around. We're doing this tonight. And I like the way they set her, and she was not afraid to fight back with Michael. She wasn't. Again, not giving anything away. It was great. A lot of questions have been asked about, is Michael supernatural? Is Michael just a man? Without really giving anything away, they do answer that. They do answer that question in this movie, pretty much. And, well, you'd be surprised what you actually find out. Which leads you into the end of the movie, which I won't give away. The end of the movie was kind of an issue with me. Like, I loved Laurie's dialogue throughout the last couple of minutes leading up to the end. And kind of ties into the is he or isn't he supernatural stuff. Is Michael going for her? What's Michael's stuff? Like, you get all this stuff answered in the last 7 to 8 minutes. And while I thought it was good, like with the mob finding Michael and stuff like that towards the end, I don't know, but the dialogue was great. I was like, oh, okay, because Laurie doesn't do a lot in this movie. That's one thing I can tell you. It's not a spoiler. Laurie does not do a lot. Laurie's in a hospital bed most of this movie. And you can see where she is set up for the next movie. Her and Allison and Karen, how they've been set up for the next movie. And I don't know. I just didn't like the end. Which, again, answered the question. And it's like, okay. So I like, this is, I can't really call it a trilogy, but it is. It's part of a new trilogy, the current trilogy. And usually the second movie is set up for the third movie in a lot of cases. And I feel like that's what this movie did. It set up what was going to happen in the next movie. And I enjoyed it. It had its slow parts. I get why they did certain things, especially at the end. Like, we got to set up what's next. And that's okay by me. That's okay. I'm all right with that. So that's all I'm going to say, because if I keep going, I'm going to spoil some shit. That's what I liked. That's what I didn't like. The movie was good. It had some good stuff. The acting was still pretty good. Just some of the dialogue was crap. All right? Michael was a fucking brutal... He was a force of nature in this movie. It's the best way I can describe Michael. He was a force of nature. So if I could say one thing they could do in the next movie, tone it back a little bit. But if you like the way he was brutal, you're going to love this. If you didn't like the way they did the last movie, you're probably going to be like this. You're just probably going to feel the same. This isn't for everybody. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the next one. Whenever that comes out, probably 2023. Probably. We'll see. But, yeah. That was Halloween Kills, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Please, no spoilers. Alright, not everyone's going to see this movie yet. But it is on Peacock. That's how I watched it. I watched it on Peacock. I didn't have time to go to the theater. But you guys can enjoy it on there. It's great. It was good. Pay $5-6 for the month. Watch the movie. Cancel. I don't care. Pay for it. Don't pirate it. That's all I ask. Pay to watch the movie. Ooh, hiccup. But yeah, that was my review of Halloween Kills. Again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Follow us, Facebook, Twitter, do that stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Keep enjoying Spooky Month. I'm going to be right here with more shit later today because I'm doing this early Monday morning. You guys will see my next review of It Chapter 2. That's going to be today. You guys should like that. I like it. Watch that today as well. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. Stabby, stabby, stabby.